Hi, and welcome to Wanderlost. It's been a minute.
Or years. So we are now stationed in Minot, North Dakota. And you're like, what's in Minot, North Dakota? Well, that's what you'll find out, hopefully over the next little bit as we get back to filming and posting things.
So, the plan going forward is that we are going to live our lives the way we normally would, but when we go places and we do things, we're going to film it. And instead of stressing out like we were before, probably mostly
mainly just you.
Yeah. Instead of stressing out about like we need a video every week, there has to be a video, we're just going to take it as we go. And so what you're going to be seeing in the month of October is what we did in July. Specifically, a trip that we took for our anniversary.
So one of the major things in North Dakota is the Teddy Roosevelt National Park. So we went over, we stayed near the north unit of the Teddy Roosevelt National Park. There's two units, north unit, south unit, that are connected by a wilderness that you can't drive through, but you can hike through it or run it, as some will do at a retreat I'm going to this weekend. So we stayed at the north unit, but we did hike in both the north and the south units, and so you'll see a bunch of those hikes as we did them. It is summer in North Dakota, and yes, it does get a little bit hot. It was over 90 both days that we did hiking. So these are the shorter hikes in Teddy Roosevelt. So you may see in the future some of the longer hikes once it gets back to cooler weather here in North Dakota. But we did do all the small hikes in Teddy Roosevelt National Park, both in the north and the south unit.
There was one in the south unit that we could not get to because it was a section of road that they've closed off on their wildlife loop road that they have there. But the first one that you're going to see is just an overview video of the Teddy Roosevelt National Park and what we did, like an overall thing that was not hiking.
So then you'll see several videos. The first will be our hike on Buck Hill.
Right, and then we did a short hike for Bowie Court, or at least that's how we're pronouncing it.
We don't know if we're right or not. And then we did Wind Canyon, which it was neat because it did take us right up next to the Little Missouri River.
Yeah, and the Skyline Vista, which is actually the shortest hike in both sides of the park, and it is completely wheelchair accessible.
So there was one hike we had to cut short because we had a visitor. So we got partway into the trail, which probably would have been a really nice hike, but it was hot that day, and Buffalo had decided that his preferred nap spot was in the middle of the hiking trail. As you know from our time in South Dakota, we do not pet the fluffy cows. So we just let him hang there. We did a little video of him from far off, but we did not get to finish that hike.
The next one that we did finish was the longest hike that we did, and it was out to Sparati Point. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. It is just one of the hikes that we did in the north, in the north unit, one of the longer hikes that you can do up there, but still not super long. It was a little over 3 miles total, and that one was really hot with almost no shade, but you'll get to see all of that.
Somebody complained a lot. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
So there is an abbreviated video that there will probably be a longer version of later, because on our way to Fort Union, which Amanda will talk about, we stopped at a Lewis and Clark museum in...
I don't know, somewhere in North Dakota.
Yeah, it'll be in the video. But they didn't open for another hour, and we didn't have time to wait. So we kind of looked at the outside. We figured out that we want to go back in the near future, so there'll be more to come on that one. So that one is really just a teaser trailer.
Yeah, I guess it could be considered that. And we were on our way, like he said, to Fort Union. And Fort Union is one of the trading posts right where the Missouri River and the Yellowstone River kind of come together. And they created a very large trading post. So we're not going to go into a lot of details here. We cover that in the video. But it, to me, was like, as far as historical things go, it was the coolest part of the trip and everything that we did in July. Did you have a favorite in July?
Probably that, but most inconsiderately, they built this trading post right on the time zone border, and so it makes for a very confusing, as you'll see in the video. But it really could have planned that out better. It just didn't work out for us.
Yeah, it is. So let's talk about August. Do we have any concrete plans for things we're going to do in August?
Concrete, no, other than we are traveling to DC, so there could be some things where we're back in our old stomping grounds of DC where we may go see a few things. We do need to probably go in the next month or two before it closes down for the season, the Air Museum that is in Minot. So
Yes.
we'll try to hit that. Definitely, that probably will be towards maybe the end of August thing before they shut down, because it's North Dakota. They shut down when winter comes
And
around.
I want to go to the Peace Gardens, which is on the Canadian border, before they shut down. But you do need a birth certificate if you don't have a passport. So we need to gather up some stuff before we do that.
That's right.
So I guess that's it. We just wanted to say, hey, we're back, and all of the videos coming out this month are going to be pretty short because it's been a minute since we have filmed things, and remembering how to do all of that and what we want to capture and what we don't is a little bit difficult. And then also we filmed a few of these things for ourselves before we even realized, like, oh, hey, let's do this for Wanderlust. But I love being able to share the things that we go and do as a information video for people who want to travel to North Dakota, and you're like, what are we going to do in North Dakota? And so now you will have a North Dakota playlist to see all kinds of things.
There are one or two things to do up here.
So thank you for watching, and we will see you in our next video.
Bye, guys.